Alright, we're near the speaker, but this is Moonbeam from RC Groups. Here with Cripes and Rhino 5 and Kung Fu Bad Boy. We brought our park zones over that we had custom done up. Let me move this off of here. We had painted up Moonbeam McSwine. You're probably all familiar with Cripes and Mighty the Fourth. I forget the pilot's name of this one.
Willie Maximowitz.
Willie Maximowitz. Priller. And right here we have the brand new Park Zone P-51 brushless foam body. And we just had a real neat little honor I'll talk about in a minute. But right now I'd like to introduce you to Eric from Horizon.
How you doing?
Tell us a little bit about the new Mustang.
Well, the Mustang is kind of a refurnished type product, but it's much more than that, because what we've done is that we've certainly gone to the brushless motor, gone to the brushless speed control, gone to 2 aileron servos, went to the Z foam, which is much more rugged and yet also easily repairable, as you know, and we've also taken 5 ounces out of it. So it's a much different animal. It's really, really quick. It's very agile. It flies more like what now the Corsair or the T-28 does. And so we're really excited about that, but we're also excited because we've got 2 versions. We've got our typical ready-to-fly version, which we've always sold, but for all those DSM2 guys out there, we've got a bind-and-fly version that includes everything except for the transmitter. And that price is the same as the original ready-to-fly price of $180. So the guy that buys the bind-and-fly version now has an exceptional value when you talk about the upgrade in performance, the upgrade as far as the motor and the speed control, the 2 servos, and also the fact that there's hardware in there to convert for 4-channel for rudder. So we think people are going to have a ball. It's a great airplane.
Let's take a look at her. Some of the new features, you'll notice that it's set up for the rudder. Now you say with the package for the plug-in, the bind and fly,
comes with all the hardware.
Removing.
Yeah, you just simply cut around the counterbalance, and then you cut a couple 45s on each side of what would be the fixed stabilizer on the 3-channel, so you'd have ailerons but no rudder.
Right.
So that's an easy conversion. Also, the hatch is much easier access compared to the battery on the bottom. Now we've got the removable hatch where you've got everything in here. You can see it's got the 3-cell battery, got the speed control, got the Air 500 full range receiver, and of course this one's got the added rotor servo as well.
Very cool, and you can see how everything is easily accessible.
It's very easy. The modification for rudder takes about 10 minutes.
Now, one of the things that you were pointing out earlier we discussed is you can still use some of the normal parts from the previous P-51, is the cowling, the exhaust effects, and the spinner. Now the prop is different than the old one, right?
Prop is different because we propped it down a little bit because of the current draw, you know, and so forth. We're going with that larger motor and so forth. It screams with a 9.6 instead of the 10.8, so it's very good with that. The stabilizer here, as far as horizontal, would be basically identical to the old one.
Right.
So that would be, but other than that, most of it's pretty much new with all the Z foam. So. And
you also have some new features on the bottom as well, right?
The bottom has got, of course, the belly scoop here. The way the wing joins is a little bit different, and of course, what we mentioned earlier is the fact you've got the 2 aileron servos instead of the 1 that had that linkage.
Right.
So it's a much more precise airplane.
So no more cable. We now have an actual linkage with the servo right there in the wing,
right,
that you can see. And the skid plates are a real nice feature too. This is going to save your finish a lot, right?
Yep, it does. Works very, very well.
These are made out of
it's just a rugged, hard plastic, but also very lightweight.
Yes, I do.
And so, as we've said, you know, it flies better. It's got more power and a lot less weight. So obviously, that's a good combination.
And we can definitely tell you, Kung Fu Bad Boy here and myself, we had the amazing honor of getting to be the first non-Horizon guys to fly this airplane.
We got to land it.
I got to take it for 2 spins around the block, and Fausto landed it, or Kung Fu here, and I can tell you it is way different than the original P-51. It's a lot more stable, and it just cut through the air. We were flying these a little bit ago. Poor old Moonbeam over here was just fighting it, and I was really having to work the sticks. And they let me take this one. It was night and day. It cut through the air just like a knife. It was very stable. The power was unbelievable. Just an absolute dream to fly. Well worth the money, and highly recommend it, guys. So, you say it's another Mustang? You haven't seen another Mustang until you've flown this one. This thing is just rock solid, worth every penny.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for
stopping
by.
And there's Mr. David Eichstead.
Nice to